to this. AM Sports Media. Acknowledge us. #1 boxing podcast out there. Ain't no one doing it better. Debating, film study, documentaries. We do it all. Name another channel that can do that. Acknowledge us. Love us to this. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, we killing them. Don't matter. Only place you can come and debate. Ain't gotta be worried about getting kicked out. And go one-on-one, mano a mano, with the great one. Oh yeah. Be ready for it. Love us to this. Anybody that wanna come get it, you can come get it. We welcome all debate. Crawford lovers, Haney lovers, Gervonta Davis lovers, Canelo lovers. Doesn't matter. We welcome it. Live streams every fork. Discord, come get it. Y'all boys ain't ready. AM Sports Media, where legends are born. So are y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's get the show started. Acknowledge us, bruh. Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. He is Jason, the chosen one. I am Greg. Hey, I'm just a living legend. I ain't a legend in my own mind anymore, Jay. I'm a living legend right now, man. Living legend, fam. What's going on with everybody in the chat? Let me go ahead and get over there to that screen so I can see the good folks that are in the building. We got 30 people in the building, 8 likes. If you get the chance, make sure you smash the like button so other people can find the content. That's how we get into the algorithm. It's free. Smash that like button. If you're in the building, you haven't smashed the like button yet, smash that like button. All right, Jay. We gotta give love to the people that support the channel. So first off, we got Rock Dog Interactive. If you guys need anything relative to website design or graphic design, whatever, make sure you reach out to Rock Dog Interactive. As a matter of fact, he is in the building right now, so make sure that you drop a note in the chat section if you need anything from Rock Dog Interactive. We've already had one successful interaction or transaction with one of our subscribers and Rock Dog Interactive, so make sure you check them out. The League of Legacies. We know about the League of Legacies, right? He's doing wonderful work out here in the community relative to Black fathers. So make sure that you support the League of Legacy and all the work he is doing out here, making sure that us Black fathers are recognized. We don't get enough recognition as Black fathers, so make sure that you go support that. And then finally, Nadaj Vodka, www.nadajvodka.com. That is a vodka company out of Jacksonville, Florida. This is a brother that I've known for quite some time. I actually grew up with him a long time ago. I ain't gonna say when, but long time ago, I grew up with him back in the day, and he started his own vodka company. He is based out of Jacksonville, Florida today, and you can go check out his vodka, one of the best tasting vodkas out on the market currently with a kiwi taste, www.nadajvodka.com. All right, Jay, let's go.
Yes, sir. Well, I think there was something that happened last night that people been talking about. There's a little fight in Philly with Jaron Ennis and David Avanesian. They had a nice little fight. sold out crowd, over 14,000. I think 14,000, like 100 and something was reported officially on this. So great showing for Boots at his home. Boots had a business in that ring. You know, he took some unnecessary shots. You know, just being silly in there. Not once did I think Boots was hurt. He ended up stopping David Avenesian after the round 5. The corner stopped the fight. David Avenesian had a broken jaw, probably with some busted ribs because Boots was going to the body a lot too on him as well. But not one shot that David Avenesian hit Boots with ever hurt him. Boots rolled with a lot of it. And a couple of shots he did hit flush with Boots. Boots just didn't phase him. You know, so I mean, Boots, I ain't like the fact he got hit with some just trivial shots, you know, but he handled business in there. I said Boots in 4, so I was off by 1 round because I was listening to Bozy. Bozy did say it might go 5 rounds, but overall, I thought it was a great showing for him as far as the turnout in the Wells Fargo. I think it's what Wells Fargo Center. I know me and you were joking about the name of it the other day, but I can't remember.
Yeah, Wells Fargo Center. You got it right.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, great showing. They turned out for him, and he had fun. And he showed what you're supposed to do to someone that's not on your level in the ring. You have fun with them. I mean, I don't always not decide to necessarily quote unquote play with your food. I like to handle business because any stupid stuff can happen. You can get cut, anything like that. But he handled business. Every shot he hit David Avenesian with it hurt. It like it hurt him.
Yeah.
I mean, he had him wobbling around the ring. Even when he was blocking the shots, he was knocking him around the ring with them shots, man. You know, Boots was throwing some foul out there. He didn't knock him cold like Bud did, but he beat him up every round. He beat him up, and I remember when I told you, I was like, he broke his jaw. He like, you think so? I was like, yeah, that jaw swelled up like he had like a cherry or a plum in his mouth. So yeah. he damaged David Avenesian big time in that fight there. But I thought it was a good showing by Boots. He called out, some people, what he's gonna do next. On that, we'll get to that later on in the show, of course. But I thought it was a good showing. What about you?
I thought it was a good showing by Jaron Ennis. I did a video earlier today, and I talked a little bit about it. And it's just amazing to me, Jay, how people can, take what you say and just kind of twist it up, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm a master at taking people's stuff and twisting it up, too, so I can't lie about that. But anyway, that's only when I'm debating someone. But, in regards to my comments earlier, I mentioned that, I felt that Boots Ennis last night got caught with shots, but it was in part due to the fact that, he had been off for so long. But then I think, right from the opening round, Jay, I just felt like he understood that David Avenesian didn't have the level of power, skill, or anything else under the sun to really affect him. And so, as I've seen from Jaron Ennis in the past, it seems like to me he kind of throws the defense out the window a little bit. He becomes more offensively minded when he has an opponent in front of him that he knows doesn't have the firepower, and so he just kept walking to him, and wasn't necessarily that concerned about actually getting caught with anything coming back. And a Jaron Boots Ennis fan got on me for that, say that our channel has been critical of Shakur Stevenson because we said that he doesn't throw his hands. He needs to actually be more active, and Jaron Ennis was more active, and of course he's going to get caught with shots as he's more active. And he was critical of me because I said that, and I'm like, dude, yes, we want him to throw his hands, but that's just a fair critique. I felt like he was a bit rusty, which he said after the fight, right? His timing was off. Jay, I said that before he actually said it during the interview because you and I were on the phone. And I said his timing was off. And, even Bozy Ennis mentioned that he was getting hit with stuff that he shouldn't have got hit with. And it was just because I felt that he didn't take David Avenesian seriously as a serious competitor, a serious threat, and therefore he just kept walking to him and wasn't concerned about what came back. Now, one thing I can say about Boots is he's not easily hurt. He got hit by a couple of clean shots and didn't seem to bother him too much. Now, somebody just mentioned in the comment section, D-Town Funk, salute to you, sir. He said that he wouldn't be able to take those shots from Terence Crawford. I agree. He wouldn't be able to take clean shots like that from Terence Crawford.
No, would he?
Yeah, I also think that he would be much more mindful of Terence Crawford and the danger that Terence Crawford present, and therefore would not have his chin open like that for Terence Crawford to get the opportunity to crack him like that. So I get it, but overall, I thought it was a good performance by Jaron Ennis. It wasn't an amazing performance. it was a good performance. You know, I think if his timing would have been really on and he didn't allow David Avanesian to catch him as many times coming in, then I would say it was a great performance. Because, man, did he annihilated David Avanesian's body, broke his jaw, had him bloody, and it was easy work. The only part that I didn't like was that David Avanesian was able to catch him the number of times that he was able to catch him. But again, I attribute that to the fact that he had been out of the ring for over a year and the fact that he just didn't take David Avanesian seriously. So let me get shots out to my guy ASVP TV. Good fight from Boots. Got some stuff to work on, but good fight nonetheless. Facts. I agree. And all those fighters got things to work on for sure.
Yeah, definitely do. And I mean, to your point with Boots was just taking some shots that he didn't need to. Even Bozy, I don't know about it. It was like you getting hit with stupid shit. It wasn't necessary.
Yeah, I agree.
There for that. And we all know that. You know, we all know that he ain't gonna do that against a Bud Crawford or Virgil Ortiz or anyone else of that. Like, he ain't gonna do that against a higher quality fighter. That's stupid. You know, he ain't gonna do that. He's gonna come smarter, just like nor with Bud. Y'all act like Bud didn't take shots from Avanesian when they fought. He did.
Yeah. He got caught a
Bud
few
ain't
times.
sit there and take shots from Boots neither. He ain't gonna sit there and just take shots flush on the face from Boots. Just like Boots ain't gonna sit there and take shots from Bud flush either.
He'll be much more cautious.
Let's not get that twisted.
Yeah, he'll be much more cautious against Crawford. Asim says, I honestly believe Boots didn't respect David and his power. We all saw his defense against Villa. He won't fight like that. That's exactly what I said, Asim.
Exactly.
Like, his defense looked much more crisp and on par with what I would expect from a elite level athlete like Jaron Ennis. And against David Avanesian, he just kept walking to him. It wasn't like, you know, like he got caught a few times just walking to him and or throwing his combinations, kind of staying inside for a little bit too long with his hands
looking
down.
away too.
Huh?
He got caught with a couple shots, looking away, messing around, looking away, talking noise to the people in the corner. He got caught. He's like, "Oh, okay, I gotta get back to fighting." You know, he is not D-Town Funk. We do know Boots ain't gonna do that stupid stuff against someone like Bud. When Bud do something stupid like that, you're not gonna do that against a quality fighter that you respect. You ain't gonna do that. And to Greg's point, he ain't do that against someone like Villa could crack. He ain't do that against Villa. He ain't sit there and just let himself just leave his chin up there and just looking away while he's in the midst of a fight. It's gonna be a good fight. Y'all start acting like Boots not ready for it. We're not saying Boots is gonna beat Bud, but it's the best fight. Round 147, 154.
Yeah,
that'll be a hell of a fight.
We'll talk about that. But no, I mean, what I was about to say was that, you know, even when he was being defensive, a lot of times he was just getting hit because he was coming in. He didn't respect David Avanesian. Damn, I'm about to call him 3 different names. But even when he was trying to actually catch the pops or catch the shots, bro, like his timing was off. You could see the timing off just with the rhythm of what David Avanesian was doing. So, you know, I thought it was a really good performance. And I think you'll see even when he says that he's going to fight better against better opposition. I believe it. I 100% believe it. I think he's going to fight better against better opposition. Now, I'm on record saying that I don't think he's going to beat Crawford. Jason, I think you're on record saying you don't think he's going to beat Crawford either.
Agreed.
Yeah, I just think that Boots is just a little. How do I put this? I think Boots hasn't had enough experience to match Crawford's experience. And I get it. I know some people are going to say, well, experience isn't everything when you got the skill. That's true. However, when 2 fighters are equally skilled, then experience can be a really big part. Like we saw with Golden State and the Celtics a couple of years ago, they both had similar level talent, but, you know, Golden State had been there before. Boston had not. They got scuffed up, you know. Now, we need to see what Terence Crawford looks like against Israel Madrimov, because that fight might not even happen. And that's what Eddie Hearns is saying. The fight in Q1 of 2025, and we'll get to that at some point, but that might not even happen because we got Israel Madrimov on deck and ready to go. And we did a poll today, Jay. Can I share the results of the poll, Jay? Do you mind if I share the results of the poll?
Go right ahead. They're gonna say we made it. They're gonna say it's our. They're gonna say we just put that in there, but this is from the people, y'all.
Yeah. See. There's this thing. There's this thing that's currently going on, Jay, and here's what it is. Right? There is this belief that is put out there, and it has permeated the boxing world. It has been bolstered by the Terence Crawford fans that everybody wants to see Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Like the vast majority of fans, that's what they want. And that's not true. That is Terence Crawford trying to sell that fight, which I'm not mad at. I ain't mad at you, bud. Sell that fight if you can, because you can get a lot of money for that fight. I ain't mad at you. And his fans trying to sell everybody that that's the biggest fight in boxing. Everybody wants that fight. That's not true. That's not true. This poll shows that the vast 54% of people right now on our poll believe that Terence Crawford should fight Jaron Ennis next, not Canelo Alvarez. So this whole notion that the general boxing public, your hardcore fans, are interested in seeing Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, that's just false. Now, I'm not saying that there's none that want to see that. 30% want to see it, but 54 want to see Boots. So again, stop with the cap, man. That's usually the Terence Crawford contingent fan base. You have it, whatever you want to call them, that are saying that that is the fight that needs to be made. And they're making the excuse that that is a historic fight. Oh, that's an historic fight. You got to make that fight. Why is it historic? Why is it historic? When a fight is historic, it is historic because both fighters, there's benefit for both fighters if they win. The only benefit if someone wins is for Terence Crawford. It's a historic fight for Terence Crawford because he gets the opportunity to become undisputed in his third weight class at 168. That's no doubt. That's historic for him. If Canelo brings him into that ring and beats him down, all they're going to do is say he beat up a blown up lightweight. He beat up a blown up lightweight. So it's not historic for Canelo Alvarez. So that's the narrative that Terence Crawford fans have put out there. It's not a historic fight for Canelo Alvarez. It's just an historic fight for Terence Crawford. Now, people going to be mad about that. I know they're going to be mad about that, but I don't give a damn. It's true. It's true. Ain't that right, Jay?
Yeah, they're going to be big mad.
John Mack said 54% of AM watchers. Guess what, bro? These are people, not all these people are people that actually subscribe to our channel. And guess what? Even in situations like that, you just need to get over a certain threshold in terms of count, and you start to reach outside of your actual platform. Meaning, if you understand statistics, you'll understand that I'm not necessarily, well, you know what, let me back up. That's a fair point to some extent, but not everybody that votes on that poll is not a subscriber to our channel. And guess what? A lot of people who are subscribers to our channel are actually Terence Crawford fans, John Mack. So be aware of that. All right, Jay. Anything else you want to talk about last night fight, or do you want to roll into Mr. Turki Alalshik?
Let's go ahead and roll into Turki Alalshik.
Mr. Turki Alalshik. He's my new favorite guy. He's my guy now. Yeah. Everybody said that, hey, you got to let go, Greg. You got to accept Turki Alalshik. Well, guess what? I have accepted him. He is accepted. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, so he put out a tweet saying that he's spoken, or either spoke to Boots or his representatives, and of course Eddie, saying about a fight with him and Bud, 2025 first quarter. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. I'm happy Turki Alalshik finally said that, because before he tried some fooly wing stuff about David Benavidez versus Bud Crawford at 160, knowing David can't get past 168. Dead man walking at 160 against anybody, a lot of people, because he'll kill himself to get down there. That's just idiotic to ask for that, and then claiming for Bud versus Canelo when the best fight for Canelo is Benavidez. Right now, since Bud still has the belts at 147, 154, that area there, Boots is a hell of a matchup for it because a young gun. No different than Canelo coming up to fight Floyd. You know, not saying that outcome is going to be the same, because people were scared for Floyd. People said, oh, Floyd shouldn't fight Canelo. That's what they said back then, but we got the fight. Canelo became a better fighter because of that. Y'all saying, oh, Boots not ready for him. He's going to get crushed. It worked out for Canelo. And Canelo took a loss. Got a nice little boxing lesson. That could possibly happen to Boots. It could also be a flip side where Boots could take out Bud as well. But Turki is finally coming along, saying that he wants this fight, and that'd be a great fight to happen. Because Bud said he just needs the money. He needs the money. Y'all told us Turki has the money to get all things happen, make all things happen. So now Turki's saying he wants this fight. What do you say, Grant, to the chat? What do y'all say about Turki now saying he wants the Boots versus Bud fight?
I want to address a few things that are in the chat. Number one, Sports SI. You say champions mean nothing but Boots. His biggest fight is against David Avanesian, and you want Boots to go straight to the top. No champions, just an eye test. Well, help me understand something, because I'm lost. How did David Avanesian get an opportunity for Terence Crawford? He went straight to the top. He went straight to the top. He went straight to the top. Is this thing on? He went straight to the top. So what are you talking about, dog? And then I want to, shout out to my guy, Tunnel Vision. I want to give my guy, Tunnel Vision, some love. He said, why are you accepting him over a fight he hasn't set up? We need to stop giving credit for talking, make it happen. Tunnel Vision, hear me out, Tunnel Vision. Here's why I accept him. Because the excuse for why Terence Crawford didn't have to fight Jaron Ennis was because there was nothing in it for him. And he went on his Twitter and said, you know what? Pay me. If you want that fight, pay me. But he knew nobody was going to pay him the amount of money he was asking for in order to make a Jaron Boots Ennis fight, because he doesn't put seats, or he doesn't put asses in seats. But guess what? Turki Alalshik is willing to pay him that. Turki Alalshik is willing to put up the money to pay him for these types of fights. So now Terence Crawford fans don't have an excuse. Yo boy, the one y'all been bragging about, said he's willing to put the money up, and y'all all know that he got the money to do it, and he wants to do it in Q1 of 2025. Therefore, there are no other excuses for why Terence Crawford wouldn't make a Jaron Boots in his fight. He said it out his own mouth. If you want that fight, pay him. Well, Turki Alalshik said he'll pay him, so make it. And that is the reason why I accept him. Now, Turki Alalshik, I don't know if he's going to make the fight. I don't know if he's going to really make the fight. But what he has done is created the opportunity in terms of us meaning AM Sports Media, to talk about this fight. Because at the end of the day, there are no more excuses for Terence Crawford. There's no more excuses for his fans. I've never seen such a contingency of fans say a guy hasn't done anything, he's not that good, yet you don't want your man to fight him. I mean, Avanesian hadn't done anything. He wasn't that good, but he got an opportunity. Why is it that Jaron Ennis, they keep talking about Jaron Ennis need to do more to get the fight. He need to do more. He need to do more. What else does he need to do? Why does he need to do it? For what? When all these other fighters didn't. Let me tell you why he has to do more, Jay. Let me tell you why he has to do more. Because people like J Mac, people like AS Meat, people like Sports SI, they are afraid of what might happen if Jaron Ennis gets that opportunity at Terence Crawford. Because he's young, he's big. Terence Crawford won't be the biggest guy in the ring. He won't have the longest reach in the ring. He won't necessarily be the most athletic in the ring. And that's what they're afraid of, Jay. That's why he needs to do more. He needs to do more. He needs to do more. But all these other fighters, Israel Madrimov, he don't need to do more. All he has to do is have a WBA title. He just needs to have a title, Jay. Long as he got a title, that's enough. But he got a title. Buzz wants to be great. No, Bud wants a check, and Bud also said that if you give him the check, he will fight Boots Ennis. So there's no more excuses. I don't want to hear it. He's a champion. He's a champion. Boots Ennis is a champion. Boots Ennis is a champion. He is also a champion. What is your point? David Avanesian wasn't a champion and wasn't his mandatory, yet he fought him.
And David was in another fight. He was in a contract to fight somebody else. Don't forget about that.
Make it make sense. Let me put up this dude box rec, because these dudes making me mad now. These dudes making me mad, boy. Let's see. Let's go down his box rec. Let's go down his box, because these dudes act like everything that Terence Crawford has done has been a title defense. Israel Madrimov got a title, okay. Undisputed with Errol Spence. Okay, David Avanesian was 29-2. 29-1, whatever. No title. Sean Porter, no title. Kell Brook, no title. Kavalaskis, hello, I'm gonna say this. Sean Porter was actually his mandatory for the WBO. Kavalaskis was his mandatory. Amir Khan, no title. Jose Benavidez Jr., no title. One leg. But they all got chances. Why can't Boots get a chance? I'm confused. See, now, Brother Power tells us all Boots got to do is clean up 147. Why? Then all Terence Crawford got to do is move up and beat David Benavidez and win a belt. How can you use the How can you use the logic that Jaron Ennis needs to move up to 154 and win a title or prove himself when Terence Crawford doesn't have to do that? He can move right into a Canelo fight. Why? He never even fought at 60. So he gets to move up and fight 68 for a title? For not just for a title, for undisputed? Why? Based off the fact that he was able to beat a couple of journeymen at 140 and beat two legitimate welterweights at 147 in Sean Porter and Errol Spence. Help me understand why he gets that opportunity. Because he ain't done nothing at 60 or 68, yet he gets the king of 68. What? Why not? I made the argument that he needs to move up and prove himself at 168 first, because he's never fought at that weight class. Why would we want to see that? But I was lambasted for that, yet you guys are cool with Jaron Ennis needing to move up and prove himself. He needs to move up and win a title. For what?
But think about this, Greg. Them saying that Boots needs to clean up 147 and be undisputed at 147. You know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say this. He aged Crawford out.
Yep.
They say he aged Crawford out now.
So
they want it both ways. That's what
they're gonna say. They're gonna talk something crazy. All this stuff about. Let me tell you, ASVP TV, save me your argument, because all your argument is gonna be is that Terence Crawford is accomplished. He's accomplished. Look at everything Bud does. So he gets the opportunity. For what? Why? I don't give a damn what he did at another weight class. What has he done at 68? Basically freaking 3 weight classes above where he currently fights. What has he done? And I'm not including 154 because he haven't even fought there yet. So why should he get that opportunity? Outside of what he's done in the past at a different weight class, answer me, why should he get the opportunity to become undisputed at 68? What accomplishments has he done at that weight class that warrants that he jumps everybody and gets the opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez? Name it.
He's Bud, though.
He Bud, man. He the best, but man, that's a historic. They're gonna go in there. They're gonna come in there and start talking all the stuff that I already killed. You can't have an historic fight, dog, with just one person that is history for. It's not a historic fight when it's just one person. Only one person is gonna get the benefit from winning that fight. That's not a historic fight.
Greg,
But D-Town Funk
is Victor Edward.
The fans want
is the most logical Bud fan. Have you read what he's been posting?
No, give me 1 second. Victor D-Town Funk. The fans also want to see Jaron Ennis. Seems like more fans want to see Jaron Ennis. Go ahead. Now, who is Victor? Let me see.
Victor Edward. He said he's a big time Bud fan, and he's been the most logical Bud fan out there. What I've been reading, he says he feels that Boots loses to Bud, but he wants to see the fight. He said Boots deserves a chance, like Benavidez deserves a chance versus Canelo, like Devin deserves a chance when he won at Loma. Great fighters deserve chances versus great fighters.
Yeah,
that's from a Bud fan saying that. Thank you, Victor Edward.
I agree with that, and I got Crawford winning. I think Crawford will win that fight. I think Boots is 2 or 3 fights off from actually being able to beat Crawford. But I still want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see what Crawford does when he doesn't have the reach advantage. I want to see what Crawford does when he doesn't have the athleticism advantage. I want to see.
Exactly. I don't know why the hell business saying they don't want to see. They don't want the fight. They give every excuse why the fight shouldn't happen when in around 147, 154. That's the fight.
I don't know what John Mack is talking about. Yeah. I didn't misrepresent him. I'm not even talking to John Mack. He might be talking about somebody in the chat.
A ton of it said if Floyd fought Canelo, but with that soft resume, can fight Boots. Agree. He can fight Boots. Yes, he can fight Boots.
He can fight Boots. There is no. Give me a good reason in the chat. Give me a good reason why Terence Crawford shouldn't fight Boots, and it's not money. And miss me with all that bullshit about I ain't gonna win another title. He wanna come undisputed at third weight class. Man, miss me with that.
Yeah, man. It's just we'll see.
Okay, sports that's up. Boost food. Cut the check. Cut the check. If he food, I want to see him be food. If he food, I want to see him be food.
And not on that, Greg. If Turki Alalshik comes out and says they're offering this amount of money to really push that fight, and Bud says no, and he doesn't get the Canelo fight, I want y'all to call him out on that. That's what I want y'all Bud fans to do. I want y'all to call.
They ain't gonna call him out. But here's the thing: if that fight's not made now, and Bud doesn't get the Canelo fight next, then you know what the issue was, because Turki Alalshik has already said he's interested in making that fight. So what's up? What's up? Tim Bradley said it best. Hey man, there's got to be some concern there. There's some concern there. There's some concern there, and that's okay. There's some concern there. Y'all can admit that y'all are a little bit concerned. It's been time. Hey, listen, I was an Errol Spence fan. I was concerned about Jaron Ennis. That's why there were so many Terence Crawford fans talking about, man, he need to fight his mandatory. He need to fight his mandatory, because they knew that boy was a threat, and they know he's a threat for Terence Crawford too. Let me answer my guy Jay Greg said, please argue with me, LOL. I'm not saying please argue with me. I'm just saying give me something that makes sense. Give me something that makes sense. If he ruins Boots, then he ruins Boots. But I don't think he's going to ruin Boots. Boots legit. Jay said this shit is hilarious. Keep sipping. You know, I do my thing, man. I sip a little bit. You know, I sip on a little something now. You feel me? Hold on. Let me pause here real quick, Jay. We got 124 people in the building, 53 likes. Guys, smash the like button. That's how we get in the algorithm, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button so other people can find this content. And if you're new to the Angry Man Podcast, this is AM Sports Media Angry Man Podcast. We are always dropping boxing related content. As a matter of fact, Jay, I think we've grown by like close to 200 subscribers over the last week or so, man, by dropping this content that we dropping. So make sure you check us out, and you get the opportunity to come on here and state your opinion. And your opinion can be opposite of ours. I really don't give a damn, because I like when people come on here and state a different opinion than what we are stating. It keeps the channel fresh. It keeps the channel exciting, even when you don't make no goddamn sense, which a lot of you don't. Popcorn Movies Game said, 49, I appreciate you, fam. So when Bud beat Boots, what's next? I'm going to find somebody else to put it in front of him. I'm going to find the next cat that he ducking. That's what. That's what. How about that? Oh, you thought I was going to say something different, didn't you?
Oh, man. Popcorn, y'all know Greg an asshole. Y'all know that. You ask a question like, you know he an asshole.
Yep, he beats Boots, then he ducking Virgil Ortiz. Time to fight Virgil then. Oh, why you won't fight Virgil?
It was a first Victor. This is first time visitor with us. Sweet. Welcome to the family, Victor.
That's who? Victor Edwards?
Yeah.
Oh, appreciate you, man. Them pocket is quite lit. I'm a first time. Yeah, we lit on the live streams. So the long form videos, the videos that we drop during the week, they're very tame. But the live streams, we get crunk, bruh. We get crunk on the live stream. So if you don't like crunk on the live, hey, I throw it all out the window on the live stream. So it is what it is. Jay, I know a lot of people probably still want to stick on this, and I know when they call in, a lot of people are going to be talking about Boots versus Crawford. But do you want to move on to the next topic, or do you want to stay here? I don't know what the people want to do, because they hot with me in the chat. I can tell.
Well, let's go ahead and knock some of these other ones off here. So you may as well stay around Crawford family. You may as well say is your favorite fighter,
Shakur Stevenson. Oh yeah,
Shakur Stevenson. Boy, I don't even where to start. He got a little sensitive about Mase and Cam on a podcast, saying his fight was boring. So he went off on a whole tirade on Twitterson, as everyone calls him. He had on his belt, on his trunks as well. You know, we thought it was just gonna be a joke, but he really is Twitterson. He's going over there. He went at Mase and Cam, saying they don't know boxing, and they ethered him, talking about how boring he was. They're like, hey, no one wants to see you fight because you're boring, and that's what he was in that fight. Now, I'm not saying he's been like that in all his fights, but his last two fights, he's been like that. He's been, especially against De Los Santos, he ran in that fight. He fights someone with power, he changes his whole style. This fight against Artem, he was worried about his power. He even said in the video with on Cigar Talk. Oh, Artem, he can crack, especially that right hand. He got power, bruh. It's one thing to be defensive, but without doing any counter shots, bruh, you can't do that. No one's gonna want to watch you like that. That's not just a sweet sign. That's just you being extra safe and not even trying to get your opponent out there. You had Artem hurt. You could have got on body. You didn't let your hands go. We were called haters because we said he didn't let his hands go. Bud told him the same thing. Ward told him the same thing. Tim Bradley said the same thing. They hating on him too. But he got cooked by Mase and Cam and a lot of people because he didn't let his hands go, and it was born because he wasn't doing the right thing in the ring when he could have got Buddy up out of there. But that's just his style. That's who he is. He needs to come to grips with that and start selling people on Twitter saying that he's going to knock this dude out, going to do this and do that, and don't do shit in the ring because that's not his style. He knows that's not his style to engage and do counter punching or actually slip and counter. He'll back up though. That's my thoughts on Twitter. Son. What about yours?
Real quick. So I just dropped the Discord. So that Discord link right there will take you to a section where you can put in your top 15 pound for pound fighters. We want to publish a pound for pound list this week, but we don't want it to be our pound for pound list. We want it to be your pound for pound list. We want you to be the people that generate a pound for pound list, not us. So if you could vote for your pound for pound top 15 so that we can create the AM Sports Media pound for pound list, we would appreciate it. Okay.
Real quick, Greg. So ASVP 499 Virgil was already proven to be a duck. The WBO offered him the Bud fight 2 times. Yeah, I don't. Virgil and Go to Boy, they avoided, but
he ain't lying. He ain't lying. I'm still gonna say Bud.
That's Greg's favorite fighter.
I'm still gonna say Bud ducking him if Bud don't take the fight if Boots lose. I'm an asshole. Anyway, let's go down to the next one. Popcorn movie game. If Crawford was ducking fighters, what was Spence doing? I don't think so. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I really don't think any of these fighters have ducked anybody else. I don't think Crawford is ducking Boots. I don't think Boots is ducking Crawford. I didn't think Spence was ducking Crawford. I didn't think Crawford was ducking Spence. And I said that on multiple occasions. I thought Terence Crawford was delusional in what his worth was, but I didn't think he was ducking. All right. So what's the topic again?
God damn it, man.
Hey, man, you know my memory bad.
Shit. Talking about your favorite fighter, Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson.
Cam, everybody, me, you, Tim Bradley, the dude across the street, his family, everyone either him for not letting his hands go. But we were called haters for saying he won't let his hands go.
So I like Shakur Stevenson. I think his style gives Gervonta Davis problems, but he doesn't let his hands go, and he's too defensive. And his style can be, quite honestly, boring. And my issue with Shakur Stevenson is that he believes that he can do his fighting outside of the ring through Twitter, and you cannot. You need to show your fighting in the ring. And I'm not mad at anybody that says, hey, I want to be a defensive fighter, because I've seen what happened to fighters who are not defensive fighters. And you can see, some of the damage that have happened to some of those fighters. Even some fighters who are really great defensive fighters, right? But still, brother, if you want all this money, you still got to take chances. You got to take a chance when you fighting in the ring. And it's interesting. I got almost a 30-minute video that's out there where, Brian S. Shout out to Brian S. He's one of the subscribers, and he's a champion as well, or a member. And he challenged me to break down the fight, and I broke down the fight and showed where Shakur Stevenson doesn't really slip punches or counter. The only time Shakur Stevenson is going to counter a punch is if he knows the coast is clear. Meaning he can throw that punch and he knows that nothing is coming in return. That's the only way he's going to actually throw punches. And so he calculates the probability, and he's really good at that. Let me make that clear. He's really good at seeing punches coming. He's really good at calculating when a punch is going to come, and therefore he only punch when he knows punches are not coming. But guess what? When you counter punch, the thing about it is you're risking actually throwing a shot when you could get countered as well, because that person could be throwing a combination. And Shakur Stevenson, by design, does not throw combinations because he knows that there's an opportunity for somebody to hit him with a shot, and he doesn't want to do that, right? I'm not saying he's a coward. I'm not saying he's a punk. I'm just saying he's overly cautious. And when people criticize you for that, it is what it is, dog. Like, we're paying our money to see you fight. So if you want us to continue paying our money to see you fight, then put on a fight worth a damn. And if you not, then guess what? We ain't gonna pay. And guess what? We can also be critical of your performance. And you can't start getting on no street shit, talking about what you gonna do to people. They ain't never laced up no gloves and, you know, all this gunplay and all this other stuff, man, because somebody criticizing you. Man, you know how many people criticize us, Daily J, on this channel? Man, I done had people call me JJ Walker. Sons of bitches. I done had people call me names. I done had people talk about my house, what I do for a living. I'm a bum. I don't know nothing. I'm stupid. Everything. Man, I ain't out here challenging nobody to no fight because I know what the real is. I don't look like JJ Walker. I got an amazing family and I got an amazing life. And I'm an asshole. So I don't.
But you know, Greg, the thing with Twitterson, people talking about, oh well, he should stand. We saying he should stand there and get his head beat. That's not what we're saying. We're saying he can slip counter. He doesn't counter. He has openness. He doesn't throw a punch because, like you said, he's worried about getting hit.
He's worried about getting hit
so much.
He is terrified of getting hit by any team gear. Say good times. LOL. Okay. Okay, you got me.
I blame Bud for this shit because he thinks he's been around Bud and he thinks he's Bud. You're not Bud. Bud
Dynamite. Did I do it right, Jay? Dynamite. Did I do it right, Jay?
This dude.
Man, I don't care, man. I don't care if somebody say I look like whatever. It don't matter to me. I know I don't look like no goddamn JJ Walker, and I don't really care.
I don't know. You grow your hair, I got that little fro like he had. You might put on a long sleeve shirt with a turtleneck.
Okay.
You might be there.
Okay. All right. But you see that, Jason? Hey, listen. Jason called me the ugliest motherfucker every day. Every time we turn on the camera, he like, there go that ugly motherfucker. If I had low self-esteem, that would bother me. I don't give a damn. I know the ladies love this. I know the ladies love this. And I don't care if somebody say something about, you know, my intelligence, because I already know I'm Mr. 122. I'm 92%. What is it? 92 percentile. It don't matter to me. I don't care about none of that. So should Shakur Stevenson. He should not care. If you truly believe that you're the best fighter in the world and that your style is going to eventually translate into what it is that you want, then why do you care about what people are saying? People are going to be critical of you. That's a part of the game. You criticized at your job. Jay, aren't you criticized at your job? You one of the shittiest people I've ever seen in your profession. So I know you criticized at your job. I'm criticized at my job. Everybody in the chat, they criticized at their job.
That's laughing now.
We all gonna be criticized at our job in some way, man. That comes with the turf, bro.
Right though, Greg, slow right. He's like, you ugly with a high IQ.
So what? So they can say that all they want to. Hey, what that lady said on it was Friday. She said, "Bitch, I know somebody that likes it." That's all that matter. Why are you concerned about what people saying about you, fam? Like, dog, if you know you that dude, be that dude. Like, somebody can call me whatever it is that they want to call me, man. I know what I am. I know what my intelligence is. I know what my value is. And you're going to be criticized. People criticize us all the time. We always criticize. Ain't that right, Jay? Am I lying?
Every time. We get every time. Shit we don't even say or do.
You're gonna get criticized. So let me give Richard Perez some love. $5. Shakur is too cautious, and there's a difference between being defensive and cautious. I would explain my thoughts, but too much to type. LOL. I feel you, fam. I feel you. Nah, man, on the real, you can't be sensitive, man. Like, you know, you can't be sensitive. You know what I'm saying? You can't be sensitive, and it is what it is. People are gonna criticize you, fam, and talking about street stuff and all that other stuff. I mean, you a boxer, but man, them dudes ain't gonna box you because you a boxer, man. Don't put yourself in that position, man. People gonna criticize, prove them wrong in the ring. That's all you gotta do, fam. Prove them wrong in the ring. Boots' defense is suspect. Boots would have KO'd him. I get why you saying that, Jay, and I'm not gonna knock you for saying that, but I do have a different perspective. I don't believe his defense is suspect. I believe he doesn't utilize all of his defensive tools when he feels that the opponent is not a threat. Team Gill, my fam.
Yeah.
The worst thing I can say about Greg is he is friends with Moron, Marty, and Fanon. They are not like us, Greg. So number one, Marty is my guy, and Fanon is my dude. Like, that's my guy. All day long, every day, that's my dude. So I don't care what nobody say. That's my dog. Anyway, let's go.
Not yet. But I still blame Bud for all of this shit.
All the what?
All this shit with Twitterson. He thinks he's Bud. He thinks he's Bud.
He thinks he's Bud through osmosis. Yeah, he thinks he's Bud through osmosis. By affiliation, I'm like Crawford. No, you're not. And he takes aspects of, don't get me wrong, he takes aspects of what Floyd does or did, but he's missing a lot of it too. And that's what Antonio Tarver was talking about, that a lot of these fighters are imitating what they saw in the past, but they don't have the complete package. And I think that's also true of Shakur Stevenson.
But you know what's funny though? The funny thing about Twitterson is he said he's a student of the game. So if he's not wants to be like Floyd, and he's talking about Pretty Boy Floyd, he talks about Pretty Boy Floyd, he'll know that Pretty Boy Floyd slips, counters, and was vicious. He knows that his OG, his mentor, Bud, is vicious in the ring. He ain't that, but he talks like that. And that's the problem that I have with Twitterson. He talks like he's them, but he's not them. Just be you. If that's who you're going to be Rigondeaux. That's cool. Be Rigondeaux. That's all right. That's who you are.
Deuce Daly said, I just listened to Bernie on Mill City. Team Bud sounds scared of Boots. I don't think they're scared, but I think they're cautious. I don't think they're scared, but I think they're cautious. And I've extended an invite to Bernie the Boxer, and he won't come on the platform. And I believe it's because he's fearful of my intelligence. He believes that I'm going to put him in a compromising position, and I'm not. Like, there's been nobody that I've ever brought to our channel where I'm going to try to make you look bad. I'm never going to try to make anyone look bad. I will challenge you on a topic or two, but if I'm interviewing you, it is for the purposes of you getting the opportunity to get your thoughts out there. That's it. That's it. Like, if you, Jay, we interviewed Terence Crawford's cousin, the one that Errol Spence tried to go off on when they had met after that fight. I can't remember. Was it Hooker?
Yeah, that's when they're talking about the whole you too light in the ass and all that stuff.
Yeah. I invited him. Who was it? I invited him. He reached out to me through Instagram. I invited him on the channel, and he graciously came to the channel. And we had an amazing dialogue. Not one time did I try to set him up or trap him in anything like that. It was about him voicing his thoughts on everything related to Terence Crawford. That's it. So, Bernie the Boxer, if you see this, you are more than welcome to come on to the channel, brother. I'm not going to try to trap you. I'm not going to try to set you up. I'm not going to be abrasive. I'm not going to be combative. I really just want people to come. I really just want you to come to our platform so the people that follow our channel can hear your thoughts. That's it. That's it, fam. That's it. Am I lying, Jay?
No, we want to be fair. We want to be fair to everybody. We don't set people up when they come on here. We let them speak their opinion. Now, if we don't agree, we don't let them. We disagree with it. You know, we don't want to be in no echo chamber. That's not how we get down.
Nope.
We actually embrace diversity and people having different viewpoints. You know, whether we agree or we don't agree, it's a boxing community.
Yeah. If you got a different viewpoint, man, I'm fine with that. In my role in corporate America, here's where the asshole comes out, Greg. No, in all seriousness, in all aspects of life, you should welcome other opinions because 2 brains are better than 1. 3 brains are better than 2. 4 brains are better than 3. It doesn't matter what your IQ is, and no matter how smart you are. All those, it's true. So I welcome people's opinions, even if they differ from mine, because sometimes people make me think in a way that I hadn't thought before. And sometimes because we live in our own worlds, we get locked into what we're saying and what we're thinking. And it's hard to expand outside of that until you talk to other people. So you shouldn't isolate yourself and believe that your thought process is the only thought process that could be correct. You should open yourself up to what other people have to say, expand your mind, and then you may see something differently, right? So I'm cool with that. All right, Jay. So we have 49 minutes, man. I think we might be through 2 topics, dog. 2 or 3.
Yeah. we open the phone line. I know some people want to call. I know Victor was.
So let me do this. I'm gonna open up the lounge. So I'm in the lounge now. I'm in the Discord lounge. So if you're in the Discord lounge, everybody be able to hear you. So I'm in there, and then I'm gonna open up the line as well. Let me get off in here and get this going. Give me 1 second, good people. I'm gonna open up the phone line so folks can call in, because we already at 50 minutes. I just been, ooh boy, the kid been talking. I've been talking. Let's see. I should have did this before we got on here, but unfortunately I was running late. I was running a little late.
I ran a little late my damn self, but with back to Shakur. Shakur also admitted about, Tank's power. He admitted about Tank's power. 9 times out of 10, he hit you, you going down. And he pretty much included himself in that. So he going to do everything he can. If they do fight, to avoid Tank's punches at all costs, no matter what it is. He's going to run all day. And he's not going to run the counter. He's just going to run the run. Shakur just pissed me off with all the Twitters and stuff he's been doing, man. That's the thing with Shakur. He's very talented, but he knows Tank has that thigh on both hands, and he's going to do everything he can to avoid it. And even if it comes with him not returning fire. People act like Stevenson throws a lot of punches himself. He doesn't throw a lot of punches himself either, like that, compared to Tank. Especially against someone that's a power puncher such as Tank. He's not gonna be sitting there trading because he's throwing a lot of punches. He's setting himself up to get knocked out and get countered. So he ain't gonna throw a lot of punches neither. So it's gonna be a slow trying to fight for probably the first 2 or 3 rounds, And Shakur can box his ass off. That's what frustrates me with Shakur, when he's not taking those chances to counter and punch him and counter punch people. That's the problem I have with him. He's talented. I don't know if he's confident in himself or he just don't want to get hit. I understand it's boxing, you don't want to get hit, but in boxing, you're gonna get hit sooner or later. You just gotta try to minimize that shit and roll with it. But against Tank, he know Tank got that fire come at him.
Barbara D, thank you for sending us the Cash App of $10. I appreciate that. I got to figure out Cash App, brother. I swear I don't know what I'm doing with Cash App. But appreciate you, Barbara D. So let me address something else, Jay, before we go on to that, because you're talking about Shakur Stevenson, right? And Gervonta Davis. So I made a video. And I don't want you're not. Hold on, I can't remember you were in it or not, but I don't want you. You shouldn't get any blame, because for those of you who do not know, Greg does the thumbnails, Greg does the titles and the write-ups and stuff like that. So Jay don't have anything to do with that. It's like, so you should never blame him if you see a write-up or a thumbnail. It's all me. I put Shakur Stevenson said I instead, or I and me instead of me and you, or something like that. And the reason why I say that is because the statement that 9 times out of 10 you get knocked down is an all-encompassing statement, right? Which means when you say that, that means he's talking about you. And I use the example of, if you said that Anthony Edwards, you cannot let Anthony Edwards go baseline, because if he gets up in the air, he's going to dunk on you. Motherfucker, you talking about you too. I'm talking about me too. That's the reason why I said I. And a lot of people don't understand that. And then there was a video earlier today, Jay, that I did. Terence Crawford rips Jaron Ennis something question mark. And people said that my title was misleading. Why? Because you didn't read it? That's why. Because look, let me go to the actual, because I want to address this, because I don't like when people say stuff like this, because we don't do this. Terence Crawford rips Jaron Ennis. World-class fighter hunt. Double standard crazy. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. The thumbnail says question mark. Crawford rips Jaron Ennis performance. Question mark. Question mark. And then the description says Terence Crawford apparently rips Jaron Ennis after David Avanesian performance. But did Crawford really rip Boots Ennis? We discussed in this video. Like, what else do I have to do, dog? Like, the description tells you what it is. The question marks tell you that I'm questioning it. The thumbnail tells you that I'm questioning it. How is it a misleading title? I don't understand it. Okay, anyway. I just want to put that out there because, you know, I go on a tangent and that stuff pisses me off. The phone lines are open as well. And the Discord is open. We all know.
You put the number on the thing?
Huh? Oh, put the number up? No, I don't got the number up, man. Yeah. I just figured people already know what the number is. Let me get that up. You messing up my mojo, man. You messing up my mojo.
Do your job, boy.
Okay. All right. So everybody knows that if Tank hits Shakur Stevenson, he's gonna put him down. And Shakur Stevenson admitted, inadvertently, if you will, but he admitted that he's going to get put down. He knows it. He knows he's going to get put down. So it is what it is. That was no secret. 240, you in the building with the Angry Man Podcast. What's going on with your fam?
What's up, y'all?
What's that?
What's going on?
First of all, not much. It's a pleasure to be on. I've watched you all for some time. Greg, you are hilarious. You are one of the most intelligent sports trolls I've ever encountered. Greg, but see, the thing is, you got your notorious trolls like Skip Bayless. That's the only notorious I can really think of. But Skip says a lot of unintelligent things sometimes because he uses his fandom to hide, and he uses his platform to hide his fandom and his insults of people. But Greg, I love what you do, man. It keeps for good sports conversation. So I'm gonna get right to it. First thing, I would love to see Bud Crawford and Boots. It's an excellent fight for boxing. Boots' willingness to be offensive. He's young, he's athletic, and he wants to fight. Will be great with Terence's experience. His ability to break you down, or like Calvin Tank's trainer says, stick you with the knife until he can knock you out, put you in positions where you're in deep water, and also be willing to fight inside. Also be willing to push the pace on you to where you have to fight now. There's no way out of this. You can't just use your athleticism. You can't just use your offense. Your mind has to say, we're going to really fight now. We're in a room, the door's locked, and there's no key there. So I would love to see that fight. What I do believe, though, just went watching boxing all my life, Terence Crawford is, having known real street guys, having been away in prison before and having, felt that presence, Terence Crawford is a killer, bro. He's a killer that happens to box. His former life and what he has been through, is sometimes you just got those ones. Magic Johnson was a 6'9" point guard. Michael Jordan was a 6'6", graceful, highly athletic, highly skilled basketball player. Terence Crawford could have been a real menace to society that changed his life, that kept the mindset and brought it to sports and said, I'm going to really hone this skill to hurt people in the ring. He's a more athletic Bernard. He's a harder punching Andre, but I say Bernard more because Bernard had to change his life because he was incarcerated as well, or just incarcerated. I don't know if Terence has ever been incarcerated. But that's what I see when I see Terence box. But I just see a high IQ skill level to do it. Now, the reason why I disagree with you all a little bit, because I do believe Terence's resume has built him up to the point where he should have been respected enough to ask for what he was asking for with Earl. I'm a big fan of Earl, too. I thought Earl fought his butt off, even when he was getting beat up with Terence. It almost brought tears to my eyes when I slowed the fight down. I said, man, he's still fighting. He's still fighting like he ain't got nothing to lose. But I thought he deserved more, and I felt like the other side of the street, this Al Heyman crap, what Floyd did to boxing. I love Floyd is a great pugilist, but Floyd did it to boxing. And Canelo did it, and Manny did it too. Hiding behind your name and your record making people wait for certain times and not giving the fans what they want to see. That's what I believe they were doing to Terence Crawford. And when he got representation, I do agree with Marty. I heard Marty say this. When Terence got representation and actually had somebody speak for him, he got what he asked for. And then he went in the ring and did what he was supposed to do. He took Earl to deep water and dropped him off and drowned him. And I was confident he was going to do that because I believe the same thing that Boots does is what Earl does. I just believe Boots is more athletic. Earl stands in front of people too much. You heard his trainer, I forget his trainer's name, but at the moment it stays in my mind for a second. He kept saying, Earl, step around, fight him. Start off with the jab and fight him, step around, move to where he's not. That is what we're saying that Boots does not do. Not Boots. That's what we're saying Shakur doesn't do. We were saying he doesn't slip when he needs to slip, and he doesn't return the counters with intelligent shots. That's what Earl was not doing. And every time he made a mistake, Terence made him pay for it. He made him pay for it with a hard jackhammer jab. He made him pay for it with hard body shots. He made him pay for it with right crosses and left hooks and uppercuts. He was making him pay for it, and he kept his work rate up. And he was willing to lure him in when he hit him with that shot. That when he hit him and they hit each other at the same time and he dropped him, he lured him in because he felt like my power was greater than yours. So that's why I feel he's going to beat Boots. That's why I feel Terence deserved what he deserved to ask for what he needed to ask for. I do believe Benavidez does deserve the Canelo fight. He's at 168. He's been at 160. He's been longer than Terence. He deserves that fight. I do believe that it would be great for boxing if Canelo fought Terence, but I believe the same reasons why Canelo does not like fighting slick black southpaws is what he's not looking forward to fighting Terence because he's going to get harder punches from Terence than what he got from Floyd Mayweather. And they don't and there's a certain part of the boxing community that does not want another black boxing messiah, and I'm saying it just like that.
No, hey man, listen, I'm not gonna say I agree with everything you say, but I get why you're saying it. Like I totally get why you're saying it. So as far as like a black boxing messiah, I would welcome a black boxing messiah. I just wouldn't welcome Terence Crawford because I hate all of his fans. So that I'm just being real. I hate his fans. So that's the reason why. Because he talk like he can, leap buildings in a single bound. But we actually picked Crawford to beat Jaron Ennis. We think Ennis is probably 2 or 3 fights away from being able to beat Terence Crawford. I see people that have talked about, Boots was exposed and stuff like that last night. In reality, David Avanesian actually caught Terence Crawford several times. I think you guys should go back and watch that fight because he got caught several times.
He did. No, he did.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you fight, I'm sorry, I cut you off. I'm gonna let you.
Yeah, go ahead.
But when you want to fight, when Andre Ward wanted to fight, when Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Myra Hagler, Roberto Duran, when you're fighting, you gonna get hit. But go
yeah.
Get hit.
Yeah, no, you gonna get hit.
Exactly.
So. Now, I think there were some things that he could have avoided in that fight in terms of getting hit. But outside of that, it was a dominant performance similar to that of Terence Crawford. But I just think Boots is probably 2 or 3 fights away from being able to beat Crawford. But I still want to see it. I want to see what Crawford does when he's in the ring with somebody that can reach him from range. And he just can't sit back and reach them from range. I want to see what he does when he's in the ring with somebody that's just as athletic as him. I want to see what he does when he's in the ring with somebody that has power at the level that he has power. That's it. And he's probably going to win. But I want to see it. I want to see it. Because that's why they fight the fights. Because I'm saying that he may not be ready right now, but he might absolutely be ready.
You're exactly right. This is what Sal Palantonio kept saying to Ray Lewis. It was years ago. He was like, well, what if you're injured? And what if this doesn't happen? And what if this situation happens with the other team? And he said, Sal, that's why we play the game, Sal. Just cut all that off. That's why we play the game. That's why we like to fight. So I'm a boxing fan before I'm a Terence Crawford fan. And any fan that's making excuses for fighters not to fight, I'd be like, bruh, I just don't tune in those conversations because it's irrelevant. It's unintelligent to me. It don't make sense. It sounds like you more their family member and you apologizing for them than you actually talking about the sport. I don't understand that. That never made sense to me. I'm not apologizing for Sugar Ray and Tommy Hearns not fighting, Roberto Duran not fighting, Myra Hagler, for Julian Jackson and Nigel Benn and all those guys. Why are we talking about them not fighting? Why are we making excuses for that? No, they need to fight. We're boxing fans. If the boxers don't box, we don't have anything to watch.
Right. They need to fight. The only way I'll say a fighter not taking a fight, if a fighter is asking for money that I'm not going to ask a fighter that deserves $10 million to concede a few $1 million so he can fight another fighter so that fighter can make more money than he's worth. I'm not going to ask a fighter to do that because at the end of the day, those fighters have built up their careers to make the money that they make, and they should be able to earn that money regardless. So that's the only time I'll say, hey, no, I'm not going to do that. But outside of that, they need to fight. If the money's there, they got to fight.
Agree. Yeah, agree. And that's why I like Turki Alalshik, because I'm like, bro, if he wouldn't have put the bread up, and what all these other promoters wasn't willing to do for the past, since I've been in college, when it started getting messy. I graduated college '08. It's been brewing where these promoters will hide their. I feel like they're hiding them. I truly feel like Bob Arum hid Manny Pacquiao from Terence Crawford. He said out of his mouth, "I love Manny. He is a friend, and I don't want to see him get hurt." I respected Bob for saying it and not leaving us in the dark with all these shadow reasons why not. Another person I respected. Who was it? I think it was a Benavidez dad that talked about the type of boxer that Terence Crawford was for his younger son, the one that he beat. And I know the point that I respected was he go ahead. I'm sorry. Say it again.
No, it was his older brother. It was Jose Benavidez Jr. that Crawford beat.
The older one, yeah. What he was saying was we understand offensively what type of threat he poses in the ring. But when Bob Arum came out and said that about Manny, I was all right, cool. Manny not gonna say because Manny a fighter, but Freddie Roach said it too. Freddie said, if Manny gonna stay in boxing, he gotta fight Terence, or he gotta get out of boxing. And what that was saying is, as a fighter, we have to fight. He has to fight the best boxer at his class. He has to fight the next best guy. If he doesn't want to do that, then he can't box. So when Terrence's situation changed and he moved around and it didn't necessarily fit him, and Ugas was the first he fought, Manny ran into a buzzsaw that he didn't expect. And it set it up for Earl to fight Ugas. But Ugas was a flat-footed fighter that stands there and tries to trade, and he was bigger than Manny, so he beat Manny up. Earl exposed that because Earl was more athletic than him, and I felt Terrence exposed Earl. I'm going to tell you enough. I'd love to see Earl fight Fandora. I believe Fandora is a hyped-up dude that hits hard and stands there, and I believe that he's tailor-made for Earl, and it would be a great comeback fight for Earl, and they set up the rematch between him and Terrence. I would truly love to see that fight. I'm not big on Fandora.
October, November.
Say it again?
That's
You're talking about that fight. Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to see that fight, and I would love to see Boots and Terrence fight at 154. I think it would just be great for boxing. It would be great for boxing, and especially I'm this type of guy. If you beat him and you knock him out or you hurt him, then it just boosts your career more. So I'm not into apologizing for fighters not fighting. But I know I done wrapped a lot. I know other people want to call in. Y'all have a great Sunday, man. This was fun.
All right, man. Appreciate you for calling in, fam. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, hey, phone line. I'm about to get my boy Jay in real quick. He on the Discord, so let me get him in from the Discord. But before we do that, we got 129 people, 87 likes. Family, if you can, please smash that like button so other people can find this content. That's how we get in the algorithm. If you're new to the channel, this is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, where we're always dropping boxing-related content. So make sure you become a subscriber. If you are a subscriber, think about becoming a member. $2.99 a month. It helps us to bring you this great content because YouTube ain't cheap, my brother. So think about becoming a member. $2.99 a month. And yeah, we take cash apps and what is the other stuff called? I need to get better at this part of it. Cash apps and super chats and super thanks. Cash apps, super chats and super thanks. We appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. All right, so let me unmute my guy, Lil J. You there? Lil J, can you hear me? You unmuted, fam. I don't hear Lil J. Lil J, you there? Think Lil J struggling with the tech. All right, Lil J, we're gonna keep you. We're gonna keep. I can hear you now. Say something. I thought I heard you say something.
Lil J, ASVP TV says you gotta hold the mic. No, did it?
Hey, Greg, you're on mute.
Oh, I can hear you now. You're not on mute. I can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me, but I can't hear you on the Discord. I can only hear through YouTube.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, I know why. Hold on. Sorry, brother. You can hear me now, though, can't you?
Yeah, I hear you, fam.
All right, what's going on? Lil J, you there?
My bad. I just tuned into the England game and I just tuned into the live, so you probably spoke about Boots already, but what do you think of him last night?
As I mentioned before, I thought he looked good. He could have looked better, but I thought he looked good. The only part that I had an issue with was that he was getting caught with shots that I don't believe he should have got caught with. I think some of that was due to time, and I think some of that was just due to the fact that he didn't respect his opponent.
Obviously, he's been out the ring for a year. I feel like he was a bit rusty, but he did get caught with some shots that I feel like if Bud caught him with, it could be trouble.
Against the right opponent, but he's not going to be there for those shots against the right opponent.
Yeah. He ain't gonna fight Bud the same way he fought David Avenesian.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree. But obviously, Greg said Bud in Madrov in 6, but Bud's going to get Madrimov out of there. Then I want to see Madrimov then Boots for Bud at 154. I want to see Boots and Bud. I'm a Bud fan, but I still want to see Boots at 154. Then I want to see the Nelo fight after.
Thank you, Lil J. And I don't see anything wrong with wanting to see Bud versus Boots. I don't see nothing wrong with that. What's the issue?
Yeah, but I think it has to be at 54. I don't see the point in Boots going back down. No, sorry. I don't see the point in Bud going back down to 47. I want to see it at 54.
Yeah, no, I agree. It should be at 54. It has to be at 54. 100%.
Definitely. I got Bud knocking out Madrimov and Boots, and I got him beating Canelo. What do you guys think?
I got him. I got him never making it to Canelo because that fight's not going to happen. I got him beating
Madrimov in 6.
Yeah, I got Madrimov in 6.
Oh man, you money up.
What you got, Jay?
I got I can't go down that sword with you, Greg, on that one. I'm
falling on the sword. I don't give a damn. I'm falling on the sword. Madrimov in 6.
All by yourself on that one. First off, I don't even like the fight happen to start off with them only having 10 fights. You know, so I got Bud win that fight.
Greg's a hater, guys. I got Bud in 7. Bud in 7. Stamp it.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I don't got Bud beating Canelo though. I don't have him beating Canelo.
I got Bud beating him.
Why you think Bud beats him?
I got Bud beating him by decision, or he catches him with something that he doesn't see against Canelo.
You don't think that Canelo can catch him with something that he doesn't see?
I don't think, in terms of catching him with something he didn't see, I don't think Nelo's skilled enough for that. But obviously his power's on a different level to Bud. I'm going
to put together a clip of Canelo counterpunching people. You'll be surprised. Canelo is highly skilled, fam.
That's his
this notion that Canelo Alvarez is like Errol Spence is a bad assumption. He's not like Errol Spence.
Nah, Canelo's not like Little Fish Spence. I agree.
Did you call him Little Fish?
Yeah, naturally. That way.
Man, come on now. Why are we disrespecting Errol, man?
Because every day in the Discord, you always disrespecting my boy Bud. Me and Fabrizio have to tell you, leave our boy alone.
Hey, listen, I'm not
to do with this though.
I'm not disrespectful to Terence Crawford. I just call it like I see it. To me, disrespect is when you say stuff like when you say stuff outside of boxing. I'm just giving a boxing opinion. That's not disrespect.
I thought I thought ever since July 29th that you guys would have come around and show some more respect, man. What is so disrespect?
So what I've said on multiple occasions that Terence Crawford is the number one pound for pound fighter in the sport. I've said that I believe he will beat Jaron Ennis. What more do I need to say? What you guys want me to get on two knees and praise him as the boxing messiah? I'm not gonna do that.
No did he?
Well, come on, man. Getting on your knees don't mean that you. That's like praying. That's like praying. Come on, man. I don't have to say no diddy to that. But no, seriously, all seriousness. I mean, I see Terence Crawford how I see Terence Crawford. I know a lot of people see him differently. I've said on multiple occasions, and you guys have said Usyk is the number one pound for pound fighter in the sport, and I've said that that's not true.
Definitely.
It's Terence Crawford. It's Crawford. I've said it multiple occasions. It's Crawford. It's Crawford.
You see, that's the only thing. That's the only thing that we'll disagree on when you're for Bud and I'm against Bud. I got Usyk, Bud anyway.
I don't have Usyk even in my top 5. But people say I'm a Terence Crawford hater. No, I said this on multiple occasions. I do not hate Terence Crawford. I hate his fans. I hate them. I want them to pay for what they've been doing over the last year. That's all.
Can jump buildings in a single bound. We know this.
Okay, until Madrimov punches him in his stomach as he's trying to jump across that building and knocks his ass out. Madrimov in 6.
Bud in 7.
Whatever. ASVP TV is agreeing with you. I'm on a.
Hey, Lil J, so you think Bud beats Canelo? Do you think it's by knockout or decision?
You said
I got decision.
I thought you said he was gonna catch him with something he didn't see.
Yeah, in terms of catching him with something he doesn't see to get his respect, I don't think he'll knock him out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but okay, because I'm about to say Canelo ain't been hurt really since Miguel Cotto's little brother hurt him. I'm not a Canelo fan at all.
10 years ago, was about 10 years ago, wasn't it?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Before you say anything else, Lil J, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I just need to put my feelings out there. I hate ASVP TV. I hate Brian S too, and I hate Jay. Okay, go ahead, Lil J.
Can Jason hear me?
Yeah, he hear you.
I can hear you.
Jason and Greg, who had the better performance versus Avenizon, in your opinion?
Who had the better performance?
Yeah, because I think they both went there to do different things.
I mean, they both had pros and cons in their fight. I mean, who gave them the worst beating? Boots gave them the worst beating. Bud knocked him cold out. But neither one respected that Avenizion's power. They both were doing the same, virtually almost the same thing. They were taking shots they didn't have to take. It's close.
I think I would edge it to Crawford slightly, because I don't think he got caught as much. But he did get caught. I think I would edge it slightly to Crawford.
How do you guys feel if I say this? I think Bud went into the Avenizon fight to try new things in preparation for the Spence fight, but I feel Boots went there last night to make a statement to try and beat him better than Bud did.
I don't think Bud knew he was going to get the Errol Spence. I don't think Bud knew he was going to get the Errol Spence fight at the point at which he was fighting Avenizon, and plus he had already been training for Errol Spence for 5 years, according to his trainer. So that wasn't necessary. He was bringing people in and showing him things that were going to be effective against Errol Spence from 5 years prior to when they actually fought. So why does he need to try things on a guy that doesn't even fight like Errol Spence? Nope. He was trying. It just was what it was.
I think he was trying with the inside fighting. He fought more on the inside against Avenizon, I think.
Yeah, but he had also been doing that for 5 years. They were bringing in opponents in preparation for Errol Spence. Errol Spence must have been a bad mother if he was doing all that. Prepping for 5 years, that's a lot.
Come on, man.
That's what the trainer said.
A little fish, man. He filleted him, man.
He filleted him. He been training for him. He had been prepared for 5 years. He should have. Damn.
Listen, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail.
I that's all good. That's all good. I'm not knocking anything that Crawford was able to do, man. Kudos to him for being able to. Man, I can't wait till Majamal knock this mother out on August 3rd. Ooh, boy, I'm gonna be laughing. Or I'm gonna do a live the day after, and I want all of y'all to show up the same way I showed up after Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence. I want all Terence Crawford fans to show up. It's gonna be called Terence Crawford versus Israel Madrimov the day after, and I want all Terence Crawford fans to be there. The
Rick's
morning
hating, guys.
after.
Rick's hating.
Ain't no hate. I just want you to be there. If he lose, come in there and take the pain like everybody else took the pain on July 30th. That's all I want you to do. Will you do that?
Man.
Do I have a promise from you that you will do that?
Man, I got Bud shirts, Bud hoodie, man. I promise I'll show up and back my boy, Bud. That's a promise.
We're going to see what's going to end up happening, fam. Lil J, anything else you want to share with the people? I want to open it back up the phone line.
Yeah, just quickly, have we got the Discord pound for pound list?
Did you drop it in the pound for pound list thread?
Yeah, I put mine in, but have we got the official one?
Yeah, I'm trying to come up. Oh, some more people done dropped it in there. Okay, there's more people that dropped their pound for pound list in. Cool. Yeah, man, if you guys, I dropped it in the Discord. Drop your top 15 pound for pound list so we can come up with the AM Sports Media pound for pound list. This will not be Jason and I list. This will be a composite list of everybody that votes. So that's what we want. Right now, I think Uzi might be number one.
Definitely.
But yeah, everybody drop your pound for pound list. I got my spreadsheet. I'm going to calculate based off of what you guys submit, and that's going to be the AM Sports Media pound for pound list. So, man, make sure y'all go drop. Did I I'm going to put it in there again. Hold on. Thank you for reminding me. Let me drop it in here.
Last one before I get off. How do you two see bottom boots playing out if it's at 154 next?
I think Crawford ends up winning. I think it's a competitive fight all the way through. I think that Crawford ends up being just a little bit too seasoned for Jaron Ennis and ends up winning the fight. But it teaches Jaron Ennis a valuable lesson. All this stuff about Jaron Ennis just gets like beat up. That's not going to happen. He's too big, he's too strong, too skilled to get beat up. But I think it's a close fight, unanimous decision for Terence Crawford. But it's still a close fight. And then he just pulls tricks out of the bag that, Jaron Ennis just hasn't had the opportunity to see. That's my thought.
Yeah, I mean, I got Bud by UD, but I think Bud's going to have to go to another level as well. People can say all they want about Boots. On here, Boots is a game individual, and he's very athletic. He brings a lot of similarities to what Bud does in the ring as well. So it's going to be almost like shadow boxing yourself. It's up to Greg's point. He does have the experience, and he has probably extra little toys out there and tricks that Boots doesn't have. So that would be the main difference in that fight. I don't think he just blows Boots out or anything like that. Like a lot of Bud fans saying like he's just going to kill Boots in 1 round, 2 rounds like that. That's not going to happen in my opinion. I still give Bud the win, but it's going to be a close fight. I think Bud's going to dig deeper than he's done before, But I still give him the win in this fight here.
Agreed. Anything else, Lil J?
Yeah, man. Salute Jason and Greg. I'm gonna be back in the chat. Salute from the UK, man. Salute the podcast.
Appreciate you, fam. Thank you for your support.
Salute, man. Salute.
I'll tell you, man. We nationwide, man. We spanning all over, Jay. Real quick. Real quick, the one thing I do want to say is that they're never even gonna make it to Bud. Bud is never gonna even make it to Jaron Ennis, Madrimov in 6. Go ahead.
The thing is, even though we're saying we both think Bud will beat Boots by UD, the narrative's gonna be, oh, y'all think Boots is gonna beat him because we keep pushing that fight. We want to see the fight. And people are still gonna say that, oh, y'all don't think Bud it's gonna be narrative's gonna be we hate Bud. We think Boots gonna beat him one way or another. That's still gonna be the narrative.
Yeah, exactly.
And Boots still has a chance to win that fight though. Because he's a game fighter in that fight.
Let me address a couple of things in the chat. AS Meat 39 Greg, you pulling for the Russian over the bro from America. Damn, fam. No, I'm not pulling for him. I just want to see you cry, ass meat. I just want to see you cry. But here's the reason why I feel that this is my opinion, and I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with this. I feel that Terence Crawford, throughout his career, has been very calculated. Now, that calculation may end up being 2 + 2 = 5, but regardless, he's been very calculated. And I think at some point, the calculation is going to go wrong. And I think the calculation is wrong for Madrimov. It's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I just think the calculation is something that's telling me that the calculation is wrong for Madrimov. And that's the reason why I'm saying that this fight is going to be either one or two things. Either tougher than what he expected, way tougher than what he expected, or he's going to lose. And that's the reason why I'm saying that. Mr. Vegas said I disagree, and I know he's disagreeing with the fact that I said that I believe Crawford will probably pull it out against Jaron Ennis. I'm just leaning towards the experience, but that's why they fight the fights, Mr. Vegas. That's why they fight the fights. It's not like I'm 100% gonna be right about this. That's why they fight the fights.
So you see, King Art said so. Now Bud doesn't have knockout punch. No one said that, King Art.
Of course he
We're
does.
saying this fight is gonna be a competitive fight, huh?
Yeah, no one said that it's gonna be a competitive fight.
I'm saying that.
Hold on, which
He
fight are you
said-
talking about? You talking about Boots or you talking about Madrimov? Talking about Boots or Madrimov?
Boots. I think he's talking about Boots
okay.
because we're saying Boots is gonna go to UD.
They both got power. They both gonna have to respect each other's power. That's why I think both are gonna be
They both
somewhat
can knock each
cautious.
other out.
Yeah.
Let's be real. They both can knock each other out.
Yeah, for real. Hey, phone lines back open too, family. I open the phone lines back up. Lil J say Bud and 7. No. I respect your opinion too, Mr. Vegas. That's why they fight the fights. That's all I'm saying. That's why they fight the fights, because I could be wrong or you could be wrong. 318, you in the building with the Angry Man podcast. What's going on with you, fam?
Y'all already know who it is, man.
What's going on?
Man, I hear what you're saying, Greg. I hear what you're saying about this Bud versus Boots fight.
Yeah.
I agree with the sentiment that, everybody want to see this fight, I like to say, you can't be a fight fan and I want to see a fight, so I'm not bored with it. I think the disconnect is the amount of push that y'all have for this fight you didn't have for Boots versus Errol. You don't have that energy for Tank versus Shakur.
No, I got the same. No, I got the. I got. Hold on.
You don't have that same urgency, Greg.
Hold on. I got the same urgency for Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, and I said that he has to fight him, and that's coming up soon. Now, I will agree with you. I did not have the same urgency for Boots versus Errol Spence. You're right, because I wanted to see. No. I didn't have this because I wanted to see Errol versus Bud, so I didn't have the same urgency for Errol versus Boots. So I agree with you with that.
I didn't have urgency for Errol to fight Boots either. I'm saying Bud versus Errol.
No. I wanted that fight. No. I wanted that fight. No. I wanted that fight for sure because I thought Errol was gonna win. I definitely wanted that fight.
Okay, I'll take you into word.
Yeah, I definitely wanted that fight.
I like the fight, man. As we see for the past few days, he's kind of gone back and forth on what he wants. He go from saying fight me or fight nobody to saying I want to unify, and then he just did the interview with Cigar Talk and said he want Crawford next. And then he got on the mic after the fight, said he want Crawford next. But then he posted on social media, said he want to unify the division. You know what I'm saying? But, I'll believe it when he move up to 54. I don't have a doubt in my mind, that he will eventually move up to 54. But I don't mind him staying at 47, trying to get some recognition on his name, trying to build his status up, because at the end of the day, that would make the fight bigger. But at the same time, Crawford getting up there in age, so he don't have the time to wait on him forever. But in terms of the belts at 47, I feel like they elevating them guys. You know, they elevated Barrios, and you know Boots got the full IBS, so it's only a matter of time before Brian Norman gets the full WBO and Stanionis gets full WBA. So
I think Stanionis already got it.
Yeah, so I feel like go ahead and unify, you know. But if you wanna move up, I like to see him face Virgil. I want to see Virgil beat Boachuk, and then I want to see him fight Virgil.
I don't want to see him fight Virgil.
Just get a solid name. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't think that's too much to ask for. You know, for him to get a real good name. Just one. You know what I'm saying? I don't think.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? What solid name did Avanesian have when he fought Terence Crawford?
Avanesian was a tune-up.
But he still got the opportunity.
But I could ask you the same thing about Hector Garcia. How did he get the tank fight? He was a tune-up.
Who?
Hector Garcia.
Yeah.
When he fought Tank, he was a tune-up, right?
Yeah, but I'm not arguing that. Hold on. But I'm not arguing that Shakur Stevenson needs to do anything else before he gets a Gervonta Davis fight.
But I'm not saying he needs to do that. I'm saying one good name would be, you know, that'll make that fight bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like
maybe
I don't mind him doing.
But
you know, I'm not against the fight. But you know.
But my only thing is this. He needs one good name to make the fight bigger in terms of generating money. But Turki Alalshik has already shown that he's willing to lose money to make these fights. So really, he doesn't need any other name. He just needs to go and make the fight.
No, I don't think he needs. I'm saying I would like to see that. You know,
okay.
I don't mind seeing it. I don't mind seeing the fight right now. It don't make a difference for me. But
I mean,
this will be what, the third opportunity he's had to fight Crawford. Come on now.
No, I don't think.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
The opportunity presents itself. You know, the same onus you put on Shakur to accept the offer when Tank put it out. You know, I'm gonna need that.
I'm gonna put the same onus on Jaron Ennis. I just don't think this is his third time to make the fight. But I do want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So I would also like to see Terence Crawford move up and face David Benavidez first, like win a regular title before he faced Canelo Alvarez. That makes the fight bigger because now we know that he's a true super middleweight. To that you say what?
Well, Crawford got the legacy to make the fight big already.
No. I'm not talking about making the fight big.
Hold up. He 2 times. He already got his resume in touch.
That's fine. That's fine. I agree. ASVP TV. I agree with everything you're saying.
I'm not against it because they did offer. I guess Benavidez said something about them offering him catchweight fight at 160.
Yeah, 160. Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah. No. It was at 160. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No. I agree with everything you said. I agree with everything you said. He got all the credentials and all that stuff. That's all fine. But none of those credentials exist at 168. So for me, I want to see him do something at 168 before he gets the opportunity to fight the undisputed champion at 168. That's all I'm saying. Right. Like the same way you want to see Boots do something with a name, I want to see him do something at 68 before he gets undisputed champion.
And I can't knock that, but for me, I go back to the original premise of calling for the Canelo fight. Mm-hmm. Canelo, they match up. Even Canelo been at that what he was. I don't know if he start off at 47. I know he
started off at 54.
Yeah.
No. Canelo. Okay. Hey, Canelo fought.
He fought Floyd at 52.
He fought Floyd at 52, but I think he fought Miguel Cotto brother at 47. Is that right, Jay?
Is who? Canelo?
I think Canelo fought Cotto brother at 47. Am I right?
Cotto brother. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, no. He's just talking about where they started. He making an argument about where they started.
Yeah. I think that's just the matchup. You know, I like the matchup of it. I think he fought because it ain't that big of a gap in size. That's why I see the fight as a possibility. You know what I'm saying? With
the measurables.
You gotta conquer. Yeah, the measurables. You gotta conquer. You ain't gonna ask.
Till Canelo till David and Bud.
Yeah, because we wasn't gonna tell Spence to fight Benavidez instead of Canelo when it was rumored. I'm not saying it was factual, but when it was rumored that he would have been one of the names for Canelo, it was rumored that he wasn't gonna say, "Oh, fight Benavidez first." You know what I'm saying? But I'm just going back to that original premise of the fight with Canelo being it's an even match and really ain't nothing withstanding but the weight. You know what I'm saying? Can Bud take a shot from Canelo? Can he outbox Canelo? Because don't get it twisted, man. Canelo can box. He ain't no Errol Spence, man. He done fought. He done seen just as many styles of fighters as Bud has seen. And I think that fight generates more than Benavidez fight. And for me saying that, it don't make me, for me to want the Crawford fight, don't make me against the Benavidez fight. All I'm seeing from Canelo and Benavidez is Canelo wasting time. He don't really want to fight the guy. And if he's not going to fight the guy, what are you going to spend your money on? What would you like to spend your $80 on? Bud versus Canelo, Canelo versus Berlanga, or another fight with Munguia or Chris Eubank. What would you rather spend your money
I want Canelo to drop the belt. He ain't gonna fight David. Drop the belt.
Man, Canelo started fighting when he was young as hell. Good Lord. I'm looking at his box rate right now.
He had 40 fights. He had 40 fights when he got in the ring with Floyd.
He was born in 1990. His first fight was in 2005, which means he was 15.
15
Yeah, he was fighting on Guadalajara.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find the Cotto fight right now. Sorry, guys, I don't really be keeping up with it. I'm not a boxing.
The Cotto fight, that was back in, I just saw it. It was back in 2010, bro. He was weighing 149 and Cotto weighed, he weighed in 150, Cotto weighed 149.
Okay, so it was like a catch weight. I knew it wasn't at the full 154. I knew it wasn't at full 154. I remembered that, but I couldn't.
I didn't remember 47. I just remember the catchweight fight with Floyd at 52, and then I think the WBC put up like a ceremonial belt. You know how they do with the belts. You know, they love coming up with new belts and stuff. But that's really my premise in getting that fight. You know, I'd rather spend my money on that. If it ain't Benavidez, if Benavidez withstanding, Canelo don't seem to want to fight this guy. And he's asking for an unrealistic amount of money, $200 million. Man, I ain't gonna knock a man for trying to get his money, but man, come on, we gonna foot that deal.
I'm gonna tell you,
I think Turki got it, but I don't know if Turki gonna spend that.
Me personally, I would rather see, as well as almost 1,000 people who have answered this poll. I would rather see 50% of the people say they would rather see Jaron Ennis versus Terence Crawford than Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez.
So Terence Crawford, that guy, he that guy now, huh?
No, man, that's the question, man. Man, stop it, man. What are you talking about, man?
Hold on. That's the discussion we need to have. Cause
he's what guy?
Crawford get talked about more. We see who name we see get talked about more than anybody on this platform.
On my platform?
Who name get on the whole YouTube, on the whole box community? Who name get brought up more than anybody?
No, it's depending on who you tracking. But like Canelo Alvarez, I can show you the data, man. Like, me and you, we got a personal relationship, so I can show you the data.
Yeah. Besides Canelo, who name get brought up the most? Who name talked about the most?
Ryan Garcia's name gets talked about more than this before.
Well, last month for sure. I don't have no doubts about it. But can we say for the vast majority of the time,
I think Crawford is top 10, but he's not above a lot of people, dog. Like, there's a lot of fighters that get talked about more than Terence Crawford.
Talked about on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. They're like we see the actual trends. We see the actual data. Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
For people that watch our channel, Terence Crawford is gold. Errol Spence, gold. Jaron Ennis, gold. Shakur Stevenson, gold.
Y'all love some.
Yeah.
Y'all love some Terence Crawford.
Oh yeah, man. I do this every time. Every time we got a topic on him, I sit on the toilet and I take a shit. But no, man, in our reality, man, not being funny, There's certain fighters that do well based off of the demographics that watch your channel, bro. That's just really what it is.
Right.
So he does well for us. Shakur Stevenson does well for us. Devin Haney does well for us. Boots does well for us. It just depends on your platform.
Right. But about Shakur Stevenson, man, I don't really, I'm not on that what everybody else on with saying the last performance was a bad fight. I think the Dela Santos, that was a bad performance. The last performance against Arnold, I think he did his thing. I mean, he did what I expected from him. He was back to the same old shape. Nothing extraordinary, nothing amazing. It was back to the regular scheduled program. And that's what I need. Me personally, I need him to get back to that. Now I need him to raise the level of competition. Don't get on this Teofimo trend and fighting worse and worse and worse competition, fight after fight. Don't keep going down in competition, because that's essentially what he has done to Josh Taylor fight. And some could argue that Josh Taylor been compromised as well, because he is a known alcoholic in between fights. So some would argue that he was compromised going into that fight. You know what I'm saying? Some could say that he was already aging a little faster than usual before.
You ain't lying.
He was showing signs of decline.
You ain't lying.
I follow a lot of people that pay attention to Josh Taylor, and they say that he is an alcoholic to the fullest extent. You know what I'm saying?
I never heard that, but yeah, you ain't lying. He looked bad to me.
It's like the video that we seen in Fury. They say that's Josh Taylor in between fights. When we seen Fury leaving out of the pub, and drunk, they said that's Josh Taylor in between fights as well. But but T.O., man, if Boots don't make a move and start acting on these call outs, I'm gonna start putting him in the same category as T.O. I like to give Boots a little bit more leeway, because he's right there at the weight class to actually fight Crawford. I like to get his words a little more weight. But if he don't act on them, I mean, we can't really say he's any different from T.O. You know what I'm saying? If you can say you want that fight, man, but if you ain't gonna move up, because we know the fight, all of us agree, fight taking place at 54, ain't no way around it. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't start making the moves in order to make the fight happen, then I'm gonna start looking at you, like T.O. You just talk, more the same.
Yeah, he has to be more vocal. Like, he has to be more vocal in his desire to make that fight. And you mentioned earlier that, he said this and then he said that and he said this and he said that. I don't look at any
vocal,
single.
But he's not direct.
Nah, I don't think he's. I disagree. I don't think he's vocal enough. Now, I would say this. I don't look at any singular comment from a fighter, right? I look at it holistically. I think what he's saying, and this is my interpretation of what he's saying, is I'm focused on 147, but if a Crawford fight came about, I would take it, but I don't think it's going to come about. That's the way that I look at what Boots is saying. But I do believe he needs to be more vocal in wanting to make that fight, because he could easily go up to 54, make the fight, become a star, go back down, and win, undisputed at 47. IBF is going to give him that opportunity to do that, period.
Right. Now I want to go to Crawford and Masvidal for a moment. Mm-hmm. I keep hearing the same talking points. The same. What is it called? I keep seeing the same talking points about the Masvidal fight. Everybody, because it really seems like Bud and his team, the only ones that really take him serious, and I see a lot of the detractors not taking that fight seriously. What I like to say that is the man went in there, he fought for his belt. He earned it. On the one, I saw one of his fights. I plan on watching more before the fight come up, but I saw one of his fights. It looked pretty good, but I see a lot of stuff Crawford just take advantage of, and I'm expecting more of the same from Crawford, Bud by TKO. I ain't going to put an extra stock in the Masvidal to build up Crawford, but I will say, just because his record light, I don't think his skill set is, you know what I'm saying? His record is light. I ain't gonna argue on that, but he got the skills, because don't know if it's true or not, but they say Bivol, he helped Bivol prepare.
Yeah,
for
that's
Canelo.
true.
So
That's
this
true.
could be that. This could.
That's true.
Okay, so this could be that. This could be like two birds in one stone, getting his first title at 54, and also preparing for Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? And what happened? I think Tim Bradley in the full interview with Sean, he was talking like Bud gonna move up in weight and get fight at 160, then go to 68. Like he gonna fight one at a time and move up. And he was talking like he know this for a fact, you know. And I think, you know, that'll be a good way to approach it, you know what I'm saying? But Madrimov, man, I ain't gonna call him no off-brand Triple G. I think he a little bit different. Triple G was more so flat-footed. This dude doing backflips and all kinds of stuff in the ring, you know. So I think he definitely needs to. I think he definitely got the athleticism. He ain't gonna be in the flat. I think Crawford gonna fight him flat. I think Crawford gonna go with the Errol Spence approach. I don't think he gonna be too flash. I think he gonna stand there. He gonna get in the pocket. I think he gonna make it miss and make him pay. I think he gonna hit him with that stiff ass jab in between his punches. You know, I think he gonna rip to the body because his gas tank could be questionable. I think his work rate is high, what I also think, you know, if the guy's moving, you know, at the speed of light starting out the fight, you know, you start ripping to that body. You know, you start draining that stamina. You start, you know, making him slow down, you know. And I think that's kind of the game plan, you know. I'm taking a late round TKO, you know. That's just my prediction on it. You know, I want to do a little bit more. I'm going to do a little bit more little study on Madrimov, though, just to be sure. But I got Bud winning that pretty easily. And for you saying Bud ain't going to have a size advantage against Boots and all that, I encourage you to go back and watch Bud versus Victor Poster or Bud versus Benavidez. He didn't fight those guys like he normally fight, you know, regular people. He had the size disadvantage, you know. Some might say Benavidez was compromised with Victor Postal, wasn't he? You know,
No. I'm not.
He ain't gonna box. He ain't gonna box everybody the same.
That's not what I'm saying, though. That's not what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, I know you took a little shot. You said he ain't gonna have the size advantage. I ain't taking with much speed, but I'm just pointing it out. You know, he don't need the size advantage. You know, I'm just pointing that out. You don't need the size.
No.
You don't need to reach it.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I want to see him in the ring with somebody where he doesn't have both of those advantages and he's not the most athletic or faster fighter. Like, what happens when that happens? Like, he can't, like, this guy.
Fight him on the inside. He gonna fight him on the inside.
He might.
Because I want you to, if you can, rewatch that fight. Rewatch that Boots fight. Boots like that space in between y'all. He don't really like that up closer person. He can fight up closer person, but if you watch him when he do his best work, he want that space. He want to throw. He want the full extension on his hooks. He want the full extension on his shots. Why? I'm not
arguing. I got Crawford winning, so I'm not going to argue that point against you. I just think I just want to see it. I don't want to see what somebody tell me what's going to happen. I want to see it.
I do too, because like I think the first caller said, I want to see who y'all pick next. I want to see who your next champion is. What name you go to next? Because
I'll find one.
Yeah, Bushido Boxing said this. After the fight on July 29th, he said it's about to be a lot of Southern sounding Boots fans. He called it. July 29th, he called it.
Yep.
So I want him to go in there. I want him to take care of Boots because I just want to see who y'all pick next.
We'll find somebody.
If he was really being honest, it makes sense to pick Canelo because Canelo. I mean, a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's weight class for a reason, so why not bet on the favorite?"
Well, I'm betting on Canelo. I'm betting on Madrimov. I'm betting on Madrimov. There is not going to be somebody else that I need to pick out the August 3rd.
So you're not really on Boots bandwagon. You on Madrimov bandwagon.
Bro, I just feel that Terence Crawford is going to eventually. He's been very calculating in his career, and I personally feel that at some point that calculation is going to be misguided. I think it's going to happen on August 3rd.
So calculator, you mean he's avoided certain fights at certain times? So
no, not avoided. Not avoided. I don't want to use the word avoided.
What's the
Calculating is I'm picking the right fights at the right time. I'm making the right decisions at the right time. I don't think Terence Crawford is scared of anybody. I don't think any of those fighters are scared of anybody. I just think that they're calculating.
Any fighter's afraid. But I'm saying that wouldn't line up because from the outside looking in, the best time for Errol to fight Bud was back when they met up face to face in that viral video. That would have been the best time.
Not money wise.
But Bud was calling him out. That would have.
Yeah, but Crawford wasn't gonna really make that fight at that time. If you listen to Bobad, they were not gonna make that fight at that time.
Man, hey, I think otherwise because now we know how the fight would have went. But at the same time, I think Errol shot himself in the foot because him taking that fight then would have been his best chance. But I feel like it was the right call. I feel like both of them was the right call, but I feel like the call to gather the belt, it's the right call because it made the fight bigger. It was more on the line. All the belts was on the line, you know what I'm saying? But what ended up happening and what ended up making that tour of collecting the belts make it 5 years longer than what it needs to be was, you know, he didn't plan for all that. That's why I feel like he should have went in there and fought him then. Bud was gonna beat him regardless, I feel like. But I feel like he should have made that fight sooner. It would have. That's what I'm saying. It ain't Crawford picking these guys or moving calculator. I think when he finally got that fight and he was negotiating that contract, he was moving calculated. And when he decided to make the rematch at 47 over 54, I think that was calculated because then nobody want to see that again. We all said that the day after the fight. But months later, we all got people start having second thoughts and started thinking that all of a sudden Errol deserved a rematch, which he deserved, but did he really deserve it? You know what I'm saying? But I digress on that. You know, I think Terence Crawford fought. He fought who he needed to fight. You know, at the end of the day, maybe he didn't need to fight Keith Thurman or Danny Garcia. You know, even though I think we all agree all of those he would have beat all those guys. But I do think Thurman would have gave him a better fight than Spence. I'll say that. But
no doubt. Anyway, man, anything else you want to share with the people, fam?
No, that's it, man. That's it. That's all I got. Appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Man, appreciate you too, ASVP TV, man. I'll holler back.
All
right, later. That was ASVP TV. He is on the Discord. Y'all need to join the Discord as well. Because, man, we get busy in the Discord, boy. We go off on each other in the Discord, but it's all love. Oh, Brian S. is in the Discord. Let me go ahead and open up the line. It's going to be the last one that we take. Mr. Brian S. Let me unmute you, fam. Damn, I think you got yourself muted, fam. I don't see where you muted here. Unmute yourself, Brian S. I don't have you muted, fam. You got to unmute yourself. Yeah, Brian is trying to work through something. Now he got on headphones. The thing showed me you got on headphones. Your headphones ain't working. What's going on, fam? But anyway, let's keep it going, Jay. We at the hour and 53-minute mark. I'm going to go ahead and shut down the phone lines because, you know, as I mentioned to you, some of you in the Discord, today is my daughter's birthday. She turned a big 11 today. So we're going to go out there and celebrate. But I certainly wanted to make sure that I kept our normal time for us to all connect for sure. I'm waiting for Brian S. to see if he can come off mute, but it doesn't seem like he know what he's doing with his Discord. Appreciate all you guys, man. If you haven't had the opportunity yet, please smash the like button or the dislike button, but make sure you guys are interacting. Appreciate you, Mr. Vegas. Appreciate you, King Art. Appreciate your tunnel vision. Smash that like button before you head out. Think about becoming a subscriber if you're new to the channel. This is AM Sports Media, the Angry Man Podcast. We always drop content and our lives be lit. And I used to follow certain channels that I've seen their lives. I haven't seen a live as lit as ours before, Jay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe our lives aren't as lit as I think, but I feel that our lives are
I
super
haven't
lit.
live neither.
I feel that our lives are super lit. Greg, did you run out Jerry? I did. I ran out Jerry. Jerry was in the Discord, and I ran him off. And he was in the Discord claiming that I said something that clearly in a video that I didn't say. And I got a little bit irked by that. Like, if you want to argue what I'm saying, I ain't mad at somebody for arguing what I'm saying. But come on, man, you gotta at least use factual data, right? Switch Hidden, appreciate you for dropping that in the Discord, man. Your top 10. But man, you gotta at least, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me my, you know, if I didn't say something, say I, you know, and you were proven wrong, like we could literally go to the point in the video where I said something specifically, then own that and start trying to push a narrative that I said something that I didn't say. That irked me. And so we had a little exchange, and I haven't seen him since. What else was I about to say? Again, donations to the channel are welcome. Super chats and super thanks. We appreciate that. Again, that helps us to continue to drive the channel. And we'll be back tomorrow with more fresh content. I'm still trying to see if Brian S. going to be able to join us. He said he was going to cook me today. He said he was going to be on my ass today, but apparently he can't figure out the damn Discord. Man, what we got to say? I mean, I almost said my age. Hey, man, listen, we ain't got to say no pause. I got children. I ain't, well, anyway. Appreciate you, God. Huh? What?
You know you're old as hell, JJ.
All right. Okay.
Go ahead and sip, JJ.
Hey, man. I can take the heat.
Do your thing one more time, man, before you leave today. Before we get off the air. Do your thing.
Dynamite. Oh, man. Anyway, high interest. Y'all got a new sub, gentlemen. I like y'all takes. Appreciate your high interest. Just make sure, man. Hey, listen. Sometimes our takes are not going to agree with your takes, man. All you got to do is come in the comment section and tell us that you don't agree with us, or join the show and tell us why we're wrong, fam. And we welcome it. John Mack, happy birthday, young Corleone. Appreciate you, John Mack. Yeah, again, we'll be back tomorrow. We already got a video freshly recorded for tomorrow, and more content to follow up this week. Man, we're approaching Terence Crawford fight August 3rd. I'm excited. I'm excited about seeing Terence Crawford.
2 weeks, man.
Yeah, I'm excited about Terence Crawford getting back into the ring. And it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see him get back in the ring. And it's going to be an interesting fight. I think the fight is going to be more interesting than people think it is. But, Jay, anything else you want to share with the people?
Nah, hey, Brian S. says it was on push to talk. I don't know why it wouldn't let me unmute.
Yeah, we just gotta work on how to use it, man. Sometime this week, Brian S., we'll test it all out. Maybe we can get a couple of you to join the lounge. We gotta work on to figure it out to make sure that everybody can get in when they join the Discord. But appreciate you all. Until next time, peace.